Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building here in the world of Granite Falls, and today I am building a little vacation cabin on a tiny island. This is actually something I've kind of done before. I did a 2x3 tiny house on a little island. That one I built in Windenburg, but a lot of you guys seem to like that one, so I wanted to revisit the idea but build something that was a little bit bigger. I mean, it's still very tiny. I think it would still probably classify as a tiny house. If I was building in a different world, then I could change the lot type to be a tiny home, residential lot, or whatever that's called. But since I'm building here in Granite Falls, it has to be a rental house. So I'm not exactly sure the tile count, but I think it would classify as a tiny house. But yeah, I just wanted to revisit the idea and build something that was a little bit bigger, a little bit more livable, and yeah, not so crazy. That build was really fun though, and that's why I'm doing it again. But I think this house is so cute, or this cabin. It's such a cute little vacation house. I imagine that somebody who likes to fish and just be alone, and they like things to be quiet and just really secluded, I guess, they would really enjoy staying in a place like this. I also imagine that they would stay with their dog. I did leave a few, Actually, no, I might have got 2 pet-related things in there. I was going to say just a food bowl, but I think I got a bed in there as well. Can't exactly remember, because as always, I built this like a week ago. I recently finished a couple of really big builds, and so it's nice to throw in a few of these really small ones that aren't as time-consuming. I built this huge complex in Del Sol Valley. That one I finished just a couple of days ago, and yeah, I will be sharing it very soon. I think it's going to be about 30 minutes, so it's not too long of a speed build, but it has so many different activities. There's a gym. I'm building it on the gym lot, or I built it on the gym lot in Del Sol Valley. So there's a 2-story gym. There is a yoga studio, which I always like to include in my gyms, especially for Del Sol Valley. I feel like it's so perfect. And then there's also a coffee shop, and I'm really excited about it because it looks like Starbucks, and I've never built a coffee shop that actually looks like Starbucks, so I'm pretty proud of it. And then a grocery store, which I've never built before, but I'm very excited to share it with you guys. And then I also redid the Foxbury student housing. What are those called? I'm blanking. The dorm rooms. Yeah, I rebuilt the dorm rooms for the Foxbury students, so I'm very excited to share those with you guys. And yeah, I built this one, which is very small, and then I built another small build in one of the hidden lots, so I'm excited to share that with you guys as well. But anyways, as you can see, I am starting with the landscaping. I really enjoyed the landscaping in this build. It was like a huge part of the build. It's the majority of the build is just the landscaping, but I basically used all of the plants that we get with the outdoor retreat pack, which is of course where we got the world Granite Falls. And I just wanted it to look like natural, lots of trees, lots of greenery. And I tried to hide the borders of the pool as best as I could to make it look, you know, more like a lake and less like a swimming pool. Your sim can of course swim in this water. It's totally accessible. There's no way to walk from the exterior to the island without going in the water. You will have to swim here. I always get questions about that, and anytime I do builds like this, if you want to, you could definitely make a little pathway maybe behind the house or something that's kind of hidden where your sims could walk to the house or something, but I felt like that would kind of defeat the purpose of it being on an island, which is what I wanted to do. So if it does bother you, I think it's an easy fix. But I really love this dock area. I wanted it to feel like a little, you know, a place where you could just stand and fish. So I put a boat there, I put a cooler, a couple of chairs, and then I think I go through and put like a couple of lanterns or something, and nothing too crazy. And then here you can see I'm adding some trees around the border of the lake. I really wasn't sure how I wanted to do the border necessarily, because I wanted it to blend into the surrounding, and I wanted it to look separate than the surrounding. But I think I made it work. I used these rocks and some trees, and then of course I continued with the same plants that we have in the outdoor retreat pack and just tried to make them look as organic and as random as I possibly could. But I think the rocks really made it. A lot of these rocks actually, they go into the ground like below the ground level, which is really nice because sometimes when you're going to place objects, they kind of hover in certain places, but these ones actually worked really well to make it look somewhat natural, at least in my opinion. So I was really happy with it. And then I have kind of a sunken area that's supposed to be the beach area, if we can call it that, with a lake, and I thought that looked really good too. And then of course a ton of trees. I think I ended up actually getting rid of a few trees because when I went to go look at the build, yeah, I just deleted a few because it looked a bit too overpowering when I was more down at like Sims eye level, which is how I always like to look at my builds. And I actually get a lot of questions about how I do this. I actually use the Sims 3 camera. You can change this in your settings. There's an option for the Sims 4 camera or the Sims 3 camera, and if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, if you hold the scroll wheel down, I'm not sure how you do it without a scroll wheel, so it might be different if you have a different type of mouse, but if you have a scroll wheel, if you just hold the scroll wheel down, and you can like basically look wherever you want to. You have so much more freedom, and yeah, it's the way I do it. So I think it's pretty handy, but yeah, I always get a lot of questions about that. So it's the Sims 3 camera. It's what I use. The Sims 4 camera I feel like is like impossible to use. I really don't like it at all. But anyways, the exterior is completely finished. I may add a few other things on the exterior. I can't exactly remember, but here you can see I'm working on the interior. I really wanted it to feel like a cabin, so I used wood pretty much everywhere. There's a tiny little kitchen area, there's a living area, a small bedroom, a bathroom. It should have everything that your Sims need to, you know, survive and do all the things that they want to. I think the only thing that I didn't end up including that I wanted to originally was a dining table. You could probably actually fit one somewhere on the exterior if you really felt like you needed one, but I decided it was kind of worth it to include other things. So here you can see I have the living room area. I put a TV and next to it some dog treats because I thought that was really cute. And it's pretty simply decorated. I put some artwork up on the wall, but it's not like overly cluttered because it is so small. I felt like it would just become too much and too overcrowded, and your Sim might actually have trouble moving around, but I think I made it work, and I think it's actually really cute. And then over here you can see is where the bedroom is. I decided to go with this bed because, well, it came with the outdoor retreat pack, and it looks perfect for a cabin build because the wood frame of the bed is like, you know, it actually looks like logs of wood. And then of course the plaid pattern for the bed. It's so adorable. And then in here I get a dresser. I do put a few clutter items on top of the dresser, not a whole lot because this is a rental, but I feel like this is a very personal rental. Like this is somebody's personal cabin that they own, like they own it second to their house, and so it's like their vacation home that they only stay at, if you guys get what I mean. I don't think like a lot of different people would stay here, just be like this one person. So I think it would probably have a little bit extra clutter than a normal vacation house would, but I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to justify my clutter because I can't help myself. But either way, I don't think it's too much, and I think it looks really adorable. And yeah, I really love the lighting on this lot, by the way. I think it's so pretty. I do have some plans to build on this lot for my save file. This one is not for my save. I think I have this lot and one other one to do in Granite Falls for my save, and then it's completely finished, even all of the hidden lots and stuff. Oh, but here I'm going through into the debug menu and hiding some fishing signs in the rocks and in the bushes and stuff. That way there's fish actually swimming around in the water, and there's that extra detail, because I think that's really important for a build like this. But anyways, I realized when I went to go take the screenshots that there still wasn't enough clutter. And so I just add a few extra details, nothing too crazy, but just a few extra things to make it feel, I don't know, more cozy and lived in, and I really like it. So hopefully you guys have liked this build, and yeah, we are coming up on a screenshot, so I hope you guys do enjoy those, and thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!